We sincerely appreciate your comments and support. Don't forget to subscribe to ensure you never miss any of our videos. John William Carson, better known as Johnny Carson, was born on October 23, 1925, in Corning, Iowa. The second of three children to Ruth and Homer Carson, Johnny grew up in a modest household. When he was 8 years old, his family moved to Norfolk, Nebraska, where Johnny discovered a love for entertaining. His first foray into show business came when he received a magic kit as a boy. Fascinated by the art, he began performing magic tricks under the stage name The Great Carsoni at local events and parties. After graduating from high school in 1943, Carson enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He was assigned to the USS Pennsylvania and served as a communications officer. Although he didn't see combat, his time in the Navy allowed him to hone his comedic skills by entertaining fellow sailors. After the war, Carson attended the University of Nebraska, where he studied radio and speech, graduating in 1949 with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Carson's career began in radio, but he quickly transitioned to television in the early 1950s. His first significant role was hosting Carson's Cellar on KNXT, a local Los Angeles TV station. The show's success drew the attention of larger networks, and in 1953, Carson became a writer and occasional performer on The Red Skelton Show. When Skelton was injured shortly before a live broadcast, Carson stepped in as host, impressing audiences with his quick wit and charm. In 1955, Johnny Carson landed his first national hosting gig with the CBS game show Earn Your Vacation, followed by Who Do You Trust? On ABC in 1957. It was during his tenure on Who Do You Trust? That Carson first worked with Ed McMahon, who would become his longtime announcer and sidekick. Their on-screen chemistry and camaraderie would later become iconic. Carson's big break came in 1962 when NBC chose him to succeed Jack Paar as the host of The Tonight Show. Initially reluctant to take on the role, Carson eventually accepted, marking the beginning of a legendary television career. His first episode aired on October 1, 1962, with Groucho Marx as his inaugural guest. Carson's natural ability to connect with both guests and audiences quickly established him as a late-night television powerhouse. Johnny Carson's tenure on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson lasted an unprecedented 30 years, making him one of the most enduring and influential figures in television history. The show became a cultural institution, attracting millions of viewers nightly with its blend of monologues, celebrity interviews, and comedic sketches. Carson's affable demeanor, sharp wit, and impeccable timing endear him to audiences across generations. One of Carson's greatest strengths was his ability to make guests feel at ease, whether they were Hollywood legends, political figures, or everyday people with unique stories. His interviews were marked by a conversational style that allowed humor to emerge naturally. Memorable moments included appearances by icons such as Muhammad Ali, Betty Davis, and Robin Williams. Carson also had an uncanny talent for spotting emerging talent, giving early exposure to comedians like David Letterman, Jay Leno, Jerry Seinfeld, and Ellen DeGeneres, all of whom credited him with helping launch their careers. Carson's monologues, delivered at the start of each show, became a nightly highlight. His humor, often self-deprecating and topical, struck a balance between sharp commentary and lighthearted fun. Sketches such as Karnak the Magnificent and Aunt Blabby showcased Carson's versatility as a performer, adding to his widespread appeal. Throughout his career, Carson maintained a reputation for professionalism and discretion, carefully guarding his private life. Despite his public success, his personal life was marked by challenges, including 3 divorces. However, he rarely allowed his personal struggles to overshadow his work, remaining a consummate entertainer. In 1992, Carson retired from The Tonight Show, passing the torch to Jay Leno. His final week of shows featured a mix of nostalgia, heartfelt tributes, and star-studded appearances, culminating in an emotional farewell episode on May 22, 1992. The episode, which did not feature guests, focused on Carson reflecting on his career and thanking his audience. It was watched by an estimated 50 million people, cementing his status as the king of late night. In retirement, Carson largely retreated from public life, choosing to spend his time sailing, playing tennis, and supporting charitable causes. His influence on television, however, remained profound. The Tonight Show format, with its blend of monologues, sketches, and interviews, became the blueprint for countless late-night programs that followed. Johnny Carson passed away on January 23, 2005, at the age of 79, due to complications from emphysema. Tributes poured in from around the world, with colleagues, fans, and successors celebrating his unparalleled contributions to television. Johnny Carson's legacy endures as a benchmark of excellence in entertainment. His ability to bring humor, insight, and warmth to late-night television defined an era and set the standard for hosts who followed. As the beloved face of The Tonight Show for 3 decades, Carson's impact on comedy and television remains unmatched, ensuring his place as one of the most iconic figures in broadcasting history.